Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Night Time series. Today, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different because a few episodes ago I did 3 mutants that I absolutely love and I feel like are underrated. Now we're going to talk about 3 mutants that I don't really like. And I'm not going to say if they're bad or good because, you know, some of these characters are like absolutely amazing champions that are like game-changing, but I just don't really like them for certain reasons. I'm going to talk about that today. So yeah, if I mention your favorite champion in this video, just know that I really don't hate a certain character. Like, I feel like I don't hate any character in this game, but there are some that just like kind of upset me for like a certain reason. I don't necessarily like despise the character, but I'm like not their biggest fan, I would say. So yeah, let's not waste any time, let's just get right into it. So this one, my first character I'm going to put here is Deadpool Xforce, and this is because just of pure disappointment. And this is like the same case with the next character as well. Just pure disappointment, man. Like, I was so disappointed when his buff came out and he just does a whole pile of nothing, man. I really want to like this character because, you know, it's Deadpool. He's a very iconic Marvel hero. Even if this is like the X-Force version, it's still a pretty like iconic character, right? And he just is not good, and I was so upset with it because he was getting a full overhaul. This was supposed to be a full overhaul, and he still does like pretty much the exact same things as his like former buff self, just like he has a taunt instead, and he has like a super slap mechanic, which is just, it's like, it's more damage, but it's also more ramp up time, right? And it has to like make you play more like passively. So the damage output barely increased with the buff, and the utility pretty much stayed the same except for a taunt. And I was so disappointed, right? And I can never play this character. I feel like I can just never enjoy this character because I know it can be so much better than he is right now. And it sucks because this was a full overhaul. Like, you know, some full overhauls are absolutely crazy. Like the Magneto one, dude, like literally game-changing champion. Magneto X, that one pretty still a game-changing character. Like, a lot of mutant overhauls have been very, very solid. And the Deadpool X-Force one was just a massive letdown. So that's why I'm just not the biggest fan of this character, because he's just a big letdown. And I like niche champions, I like unique characters, but this guy is just straight up not good, and I can't really do much with him, right? So I'm not gonna even bother with him. So yeah, that's one champion that I'm just like not really much of a fan of. And now let's talk about the next one. Okay, now this one is kind of petty, but I'm still gonna put it on anyways, because like, when I found out of this interaction with Goldpool, I just got so mad, man. I just got so mad, and I just cannot stand this character now. So when I first pulled Goldpool, I was like, okay, can I experiment with this champion? Can I have some fun with this character? Can he do something that like I didn't really know that he could do? And one thing that caught my eye was his prowess, because it lasted a very long time, but there's also the Professor X energy that can like increase the prowess duration, right? So I was like, okay, maybe I can just get like a ton of prowess on him, and it can like stack up a bunch of times, and then I'll just have like one massive like big SP2 by Goldpool, because like, you know, the multiple prowess, and it just has like a lot of duration on it, and it should be a very fun time. And so I put it into like play. I tried to do the experiment, right? And the prowess doesn't stack, and that just killed my mood for the entire night. I was like, you're kidding. You're kidding me. Like, I cannot describe how mad I was. I put in so much work to, like, get Professor X to 4 charges to get, like, the maximum prowess duration increase. I even put him, like, on a horseman ability. I just fully decked this guy out, and I was just, like, so excited, man, to try out the stacking prowess and just, like, to use one big SP2, and he doesn't stack the prowess, so he just becomes, like, utterly useless. And I was just so mad. I was like, I put in all this work to try to just have some fun with this champion, man. And I walk away more disappointed than I've ever been in my life. Of course, that's like an exaggeration, right? But yeah, man, just sad times. I was one sad man that night. It was just very, very sad, because I wanted to have some fun with Goldpool, because no one talks about this guy. No one says he's underrated or anything. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something that like people are missing. And I thought I had it figured out, but nope, this guy just sucks. And he doesn't do anything good at all. And he can't even stack his prowess. How lame is that, man? Who doesn't stack their prowess? Goldpool apparently, but I had to figure that out the hard way. Okay, well, I'm gonna get too upset, so let's just move on to the final character. And this character, man, I just need to like rip off the bandage. Okay, so it's Archangel. I just like, I love his animations. I love his wings. Dude, his wings are like beautiful. I think wings are like the prettiest thing in like a character's design, and he has them. So of course I love him for that reason. This last one is honestly like, I do not hate the champion. I honestly like the character, but some things about him I just like despise. I just absolutely despise. I love his design. I think his like art, like the official MCOC art for him is like beautiful. His wings are beautiful. His special attacks are pretty cool as well. But there is one thing about this champion that I just cannot stand, and I don't know, it just like grinds my gears, man. And it's the fact that like his RNG alliance isn't even, it's not even funny, man. It is just so stupid how reliant this guy is on RNG, and how there's like one side of Archangel where he is the best champion in the game, or like close to it at least. He ends fights so fast. He just like shuts down the opponent completely. He is just a machine of a champion. And then there's the other side, the side that I get to see way too often, where he does like 3 heavy attacks and you get 1 bleed, and you just like lose. You lose whatever fight you're doing because the fight time is just atrocious. You're like not stopping any abilities at all. It is just a very unfun time with Archangel. That is the Archangel that I get to know way too much, and I just cannot stand it, man. Like, I want to love this character. I love his animations. I love his design. But, like, dude, the RNG reliance is just silly. It is so silly, man. And then when you go against the opponent, it feels like the opponent just has, like, this supercharged Archangel where, like, they get 5 Neros and, like, 2 heavy attacks. And it's just like, dude, come on. How am I supposed to compete with that? Well, like, my Archangel struggles to get, like, 1 Neurotoxin off after, like, a whole minute of fight. It is just... It's annoying, man. Like, I feel like my Archangel just... He's not working right. He needs to go back to the repair shop because he is definitely not working right. But yeah, I just don't like Archangel for that one reason. Just way too RNG reliant. Everything else about Archangel I love. Horseman Archangel I adore like to the maximum. I love Horseman Archangel because there is like minimal RNG reliance there. But the problem is in like Battlegrounds and like in Alliance War most of the times, because you know APOC is banned pretty much like all the time in Alliance War, you can't really use Horseman Archangel, so that kind of like rules him out for the most important pieces of content. So yeah, like Archangel, I love the guy when it comes to design and animation, but besides that, I have my problems with him, like for sure. But yeah, like I'm not gonna talk too much about him because you know what, I just get upset, man, because he's just not a fun time like most of the time. But yeah, I think that's it for me, like, this episode. Sorry for the very late upload. I mean, like, it's 1 a.m. when I'm recording this, and it's just, like, I was at a family dinner, because most of my family just, like, got back from out-of-town trips. I just, like, had to go have dinner with them, so I couldn't really record the nighttime episode in a fashionable time. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait till afterwards, but it just, like, it got really late, and now it's 1 a.m., and I'm barely recording this. But yeah, this is a fun episode. Of course, I don't, like, hate all these champions. Maybe I do hate Goldpool because he really upset me. But, like, the other two, they're fine. Archangel, I, like, really do enjoy when it comes to animation and design. But, like, his gameplay, his game, like, it's just, like, his whole gameplay I just don't really like, right? But, yeah, let me know your thoughts on these characters. If you do love them, I do apologize for, like, kind of ripping on them. But, yeah, it's about it for me.